welcome to Evils of Enferacuse. I am your evil DM, Concleod, and these are my evil players. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, hi everybody.
Hello.
And
I was gonna say that, but somebody beat me to it.
Yeah.
close enough. From last session, we had a interesting end to a long evening where our brave adventurers had found their way into a plane of existence seemingly out of pocket from Enferacuse after going sideways into a sewer and changing gravity. What they found there was an orphan boy who they were able to save from being buried alive and bring back into Enferacuse, but not without a few strange goings on, whether that be some laughter, some plants broken off, some in a strange place. More on that later. But they did all make it back to Enferacuse, though Ferrari's unknown, unheard in his head deity of sorts, a patron, had reached back out because he hadn't been able to get back in touch to describe and get a sense of where they were. And from there, they were able to walk this poor orphan boy to a random room in the Rock Bottom Inn where they were able to go back and maybe get a little bit of sleep this evening. And that brings us to the middle of the morning. We did not wake up bright and early today. We had a bit of a lapse because it was a bit rough in the evening. And if we take a look at the weather of Enferacuse on my roll right now, the weather has... That was a cat behind me. The weather in Enferacuse is awful, rainy, and drizzly right now. So as they look outside, the night had parted its way to clouds, have rolled into a bit of a rainy day. The first one who is going to be up today is going to be Grim. Grim, you find yourself in a lot more sunlight has pierced its way into your room than usually when you're up and out and at 'em. So you're finding it a little troubling.
I would note, I tried to say in the last one, we ended it, Earl, before I could ask, and I think we were going to pick it up this one. I haven't fed in 2 days,
I wondered about that.
and that was trying to get that done, and you said, "Well, we'll pick it up next time." So I would like to rewind the clock a little bit if we can, so we can try and get that done. Because
I
at the
think
moment,
that's fair.
if I don't, so for the way we haven't discussed, I feast on dreams, bad dreams. You wake up good, replenish, nourish, and everything. If I don't, and I end up like drinking blood, the reason why I'm so creepy and pale and everything, I've depleted myself of blood, like drinking. I try not to, just for not because it's gross or anything. It's I'm I still view myself as like a human, not just the vampire side. So I'd rather not be that half. But if I don't, I'm going to start losing my mind, like legitimately.
And we
he
don't
he
necessarily want you to lose your mind, at least
he
not
will go
at this point.
bloodthirsty.
Ooh.
So, um, as we've tried to, but have bounced around, there has been my normal quote unquote feeding ground, is the orphanage that's there. The children that reside there always would have a bad dream or two, either not knowing their parents or the big bad wolf monster. Kids are always good for making up the worst nightmares. So I would go to the orphanage mainly to eat. And I would also say it wouldn't be uncommon that a clergyman would come and check up on the orphanages. So I've used that as a cover for a lot of my time and stay here.
So, Grim, you have a few options. You could try to figure out, because again, this was late at night when you guys eventually got in. You could
Mhm.
either to try to make your way down to the orphanage. You could make your way to the lost souls, which we talked about before, where folks are catatonic and things of that nature. Or you could try to do something within the Rock Bottom Inn, within the vicinity, because the inn is there. You have to roll for it. Is that what you're doing?
Fuck you.
I see that look for dice. I know what you're doing there.
Don't talk to me like you know me. You don't know shit. Not like we've been playing D&D for multiple years. All right. So I had 3 options.
You have 3 options.
Okay. Okay, the last option,
Is gonna
I
be
guess it's
gonna
gonna
be
be someone
rock-
here.
someone in the Rock Bottom. Yep. Where do you?
Okay, now there is the 3 of you. We have the bartender and owner and operator of the place. We have the ogre cook,
Yep.
or the not ogre. I think he's a
Orc.
An orc.
Yeah, he's at work, not ogre.
Yeah, the orc cook, and then the little sister who just went through the traumatizing event. I was contemplating going to see in that one, but I'm not going to risk unfamiliar territory. I don't know her really. Don't really, so
Can
something.
things happen to you while you're dream eating?
No. I'm staying in this dude's house room board business.
Oh my.
And if he catches me feasting on the dreams of his little sister, would probably get me kicked out and other bad things may happen. Plus,
fair.
if it's one thing, if like it's not like I'm sitting there like a mind flare, like I'm basically my hand is on your head, my eyes roll back, your eyes would roll back. You would probably be convulsing a little bit, but just a soft, like blue and like black, white kind of lights spur of the moment come floating up into me, and it just looks like I'm like, ah.
So you
Right.
did touch on some options. If do you remember anybody else, or do we want to try to roll with what else is hanging around?
Do the Death Eater. You also have the boy that we saved who is probably having the worst
Oh yeah,
nightmares.
and the animals technically that we have. Albert, I'm not. Actually, Albert would probably have some traumatic dreams at the beginning of how we got him, so that may work. I'll save that one as a fuck around and find out for a different day. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna roll a d4. There's 3 of you. I'll count as the 4th. If I get a 4, I'll re-roll, and we'll go from there. Let the dice tell the story. Oh, I guess it's gonna be Zari.
I had a feeling, actually.
All right, so
I rolled
Alright.
a 2, and it's Cregan, you, Doric, and then myself. So
you make your way as a nimble creature out across the way and in through the other window. And sorry if I remember correctly, a lot of times you have your window open at nighttime. So at some level, you have a swooping in Grim. Since you were asleep at this point in time, Grim, I am I guess because I'd like to give you a stealth with advantage here.
okay, awesome. I don't
And then
have to
Zari,
use my
you
cloud.
can also roll
Right.
an insight right now for something.
Okay, 1 second. We'll do
I
insight
roll an
first.
insight?
You roll an insight, and we're gonna get why that's a
Oh,
thing.
oh, never mind.
But you're gonna roll stealth with advantage, so Grim.
Stealth with advantage.
Oh, that's a pretty poor insight. So that's a
There we
7.
go.
Okay.
I got a 16 for my first roll. Second roll is let's go with the 16.
Okay. You make your way into the room, and again, you can see that Zari sets stuff in their room in a particular way, in a particular place, so they can easily check their belongings on a regular basis, taking a look at their inventory. You see Zari asleep, and he's basically just in the cat position that you would say is stereotypical, which is probably going to offend. If you bring it up at any point, we'll see how that goes. But you have access to place your hand on Zari's head.
Yeah.
You can do that.
I do that little kind of look around. I stand fully up. I look at the wall, and I put my whole foot up on the wall and begin to walk up as I'm now hovering over you. Like I'm kind of squatting down like I would normally on the ground, but I'm on the wall looking down. And I then hit my ring of obscuring, which now creates a fog cloud. You can't see anything if you do wake up, and I begin to feed.
Zari, can you describe in your past a job that did not go to plan?
Yes. Let me pull up my backstory. Um,
How to bond with your teammates. You fucking eat them.
yeah, you know, it's just the normal
Oh,
way.
Writing that
Just,
one
you know,
down.
eat their
I'm
dreams.
Writing
It's
that one down.
all right. So, you would see me in,
That'd be like a bad dream, right?
yeah, like traumatic dreams or other. So specifically, we're talking about smuggling. So you would see a dream, or rather, a dream in which I'm with a bunch of other mercenaries or other people for hire or mercenaries. They now, how detailed is he able to eat
So
this dream or see?
you're gonna describe this in
Okay.
motion. Just go within motion.
All
Does
right.
not have to be overly complicated.
Okay.
Yeah. In
Got it.
overall, for everybody at home, it's like casting the blue veil spell. I'm walking through the dream and seeing everything that's happening. You don't have to be in excruciating detail. It's literally I'm gonna eat and probably say something, and then like yeah, we'll go from there. I'll tell
Got
you
it.
what I do for my half of
Wow.
it, but
You're a dine and dasher. That's crazy.
oh well,
Okay.
well, that's the thing.
So,
Hold on, I just said once she's doing,
mhm.
that is something that I would have to complete from my end as well, but still.
So what then you're gonna end up seeing is that there's a bunch of other people. I'm in the dream, and or rather I'm in this scene. We're traveling, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm carrying these illegal magical weapons. Um and then in when we get stopped by guards who are not supposed to be there. And then what you're going to end up seeing is that they're going to start inspecting the merchandise and the contraband, and they pull up they end up finding, the fake merchandise. They end up discovering um, the what I think is the real merchandise, which is the illegal weapons, which actually has like another false bottom, and inside I'm horrified to find like corpses and like things that should not be there. And then I have it's gonna dream flash. There's gonna be like battle blood, and then gonna dream flash to like a single name. The name being um a a door, or a door Saltamir. And I'm gonna have like, you're gonna see like the face of this person. And that's basically the dream.
All right. One thing, Zari, you're also kind of living your way through this. By the
Right.
time you get to that, you just kind of be flashing upon this person and that door. You also like kind of pause for a minute because there is also on the a random wall right next to you. There's a painting, and that painting is just of you're not kind of out of sight, out of mind, but it looks like a painting of Grim. It's so odd, just sitting on the wall, but you can still kind of move into it.
In my dream.
Yes. That is how you are interpreted, by the way, with an insight of 7. That is what you were interpreted as, Grim. You are a painting on the wall right now.
Okay.
So regal.
So okay. Then
Um,
I didn't say nothing.
I
No, normally if it's like a bad dream, I walk in, intervene, and then like set things right for the person, and then walk out. And
You
that's
still can't.
usually.
This is the thing. You still can. That is where her mind took her, though. That is all
okay.
the point.
Then from the picture as you gaze, you notice that you see Grim in his regular form. That is, you know him. But as you continue to look at it and wonder why he's there, it becomes more fuller. My skin becomes more flush. My hair goes from the black and ghostly white stripes to a fully coated dark onyx. There's a regalness to me as I stand through, and you hear a different but more clearer voice from Grim, just, and for my friend, I shall set this night right. For you, Zari, you sleep well tonight. And as a wave of energy comes through, the bodies that you would have seen underneath gone. The guards never stopped you. It's what should have been.
Okay.
And I finished my feeding. Thank you. Good night. Not that.
Zara, you find yourself resting much more comfortably in through the rest of the evening.
Yeah.
And you're going out the window back to your room, right, Grim?
Mm-hmm.
Can you?
I basically just go out their window, over the roof, and into my window.
Can you give me a perception check?
Yes, I can. Oh, that's gonna be a 23.
Oh, very good. Okay, you see 2 things then. You are going to see, if you take a look, you're on the roof at this point, and you take a look down. And if you take a look down, there is that butcher shop that is in the plaza around the Rock Bottom Inn. You see that the owner is dragging a sack into the inside the butcher shop at this time. Number 1, and number 2, you see out in an alleyway that's a little further off to that way, there is a guy with a mohawk punching a wall.
Oh no, decision.
The hell?
Decision. I look over at the guy pulling the body, put my finger on my you will note this. And look over at the guy with the mohawk. He seems like he could be my best friend. And I will stealthily sink through the shadows and just go over to him before heading back.
Okay, if you're gonna slink, go with a stealth again, please. No advantage this time.
Yeah, I got that. Big money, no whammy. Big money, no whammies. Oh, okay. So that's a dirty 20, but I watched the die come onto the screen. It did not roll. It landed on the 18 and then slid across my screen, staying on 18.
Oh wow. That's
Nice.
dirty of it.
That was dope. I
It's
wish I was screen recording.
Beyblade.
Where is he? Where is he? There he is. Okay, so let me pull him up. I'm just gonna see what he's able to
Before
pull
I
out of this.
approach, I tried to see if he has like bloody knuckles.
You see that he is wearing green gloves. You can see that. That's just a normal thing. No investigation needed or anything.
Okay.
He's also striking the wall with them, so they kind of stand out as he's hitting the wall.
I will notably say out loud, are you going to be fighting in the Colosseums today?
He did not notice you until you said a word. He turns to you. Well, hello.
Morning.
Yes, it is morning. Training now. And he goes back to hitting the wall.
Do you own this building, my friend?
Own the building. No, no.
I only ask because they would be very mad if you would damage it. I have heard of great fighters passing through here, and I've learned one bit of knowledge, if I may share it with you.
I shall take knowledge.
Go down to the butcher shop right down there and see if he can let you punch some meat, because the punching of meat will simulate the punching of real flesh.
Is it like punching a Groku? I want to punch a Groku.
Something like that, yes.
Oh, punching Groku. Will you join me in punching Groku?
I will.
Perfect. Let us go see this butcher. And he strides very stiffly towards the butcher shop.
Dope. I love this for me.
I am going to roll
Um,
for the butcher to see whether or not
oh.
he is in the shop yet or not.
As we're passing though, because I'm assuming we would not pass, like we're not going into rock bottom, but if I'm within like 120 feet, I would like to send a message over to Biari and just go, good morning, sir. I found a nice young fellow. We're having a stroll down to the butcher shop, where I conveniently saw the man loading a dead body, I think. I'm going there now. Toodles.
Ferrari, you were woken up after about 2 hours of sleep by this vague message from Grim in your head that there's a dead body outside.
2 hours is a stretch because I'm not going to lie. No matter what time we got back from the journey to the Feywild and bringing the survivor with us, we already spent at least an hour or two doing like a conspiracy string wall in his room because of the twins, the Feywild, his patron, and every other little thread that they've been pulling on since they've all started working together. It's that scene that everybody memes from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's that moment. There's just a wall with that, and then there's a stack of coffee cups because he didn't want to sleep until he was done the wall.
Pepe, there's no Pepe here.
And then he's just passed out at like a little night table when he gets that message. It's like, no, the strings need to go that way. Oh, what?
You see
Butcher.
no one.
You just
Do
had
you think it was
head.
real or not?
Well, I think I understand message spells enough that like you hear like the confusion in my first couple words, and then I'm like butcher body. What else did you say? There was something about the mo. Did you mention the mohawk dude in the message?
I didn't say that. I said I met a new friend and we're heading to
Okay.
the butcher shop, where I conveniently saw him loading a dead body into his butcher shop.
Okay. So I'm going. It does my window peer out towards the butcher shop?
All of your windows that you guys are peer into the square.
Okay. I immediately just like half waken, just shuffle over there to look outside and see if I can catch sight of Grim and his newfound Mohawk friend.
You see a very stiffly and tall walking gentleman with a red mohawk walking in front of Grim towards the closed butcher shop.
Yes, you know, it's very good, this city, and the church really needs help with stipulations, so any benefits, if you ever go there, would help grandly. I'm assuming he hears out of his window.
I need a help as well. I need help with a Groku.
Okay, do I know what a Groku is? I've heard him say this so many times now.
You have no idea what he's talking about.
Yes, yes, that I would. I'm sorry, I don't know what that is.
Oh. Count yourself lucky, friend.
Is it a beast?
No. Groku is Groku. Have you not seen the fiery tales of his village? He seems
No.
very worried about you now.
Maybe you can enlighten me.
Groku is evil. Blew up our entire village. Destroyed our entire ribbon making industry. We must.
Oh no.
We must. I have been training my entire existence to kill Grogu.
Somebody else is finally catching on.
Oh no. We did that. This sounds familiar to me, Grim. We destroyed a ribbon factory or ribbon making thingy. And I'm pretty sure he's looking for Doric, if I'm not mistaken.
He is not looking for Doric. I will
Oh.
say that he has met Doric. You were there for that.
Okay.
Hello.
Doric didn't do anything wrong.
But he does describe this what seems to be someone who destroyed his village and their entire industry. So also you note, by the way, Grim, that the butcher shop is closed. He is not in front of it anymore right now, and that Ferrari, you see the same scene.
I go to the door that I saw him pulling up, and I give it a knock. I did see him loading it into a door, right? Like not the front door, but like the side.
No, actually, it was towards front door.
Oh, okay. Then I would have gone to that door then.
Yep. You knock. You do not get an answer.
Okay. I look at the gentleman. Ah, well, it seems we may have to wait a little bit. But surely he will like his meats tenderized by you. You pummel them. Either way, who are you fighting in the Colosseum?
Only if it brings me Groku. I must train appropriately. Hold on. I shall train now. You see him going to punch this white door that you have led him to. I am going to let you know how effective he is.
He's just trying to knock. He's just trying to knock. He pokes the door and it blasts open.
He does not, though. His natural 20 does mean that you see him basically Bruce Lee 1-inch punch the door and it blow off the hinges inward.
Oh. Oh dear.
Because his nat 20 plus his pluses. Whew, okay.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Just look at the door and just, oh no, oh dear, oh no.
Oh crap!
Right. You're very strong. I see that now. Yes.
You see?
Are you hurt?
Oh no, the door was not effective. You do see now, because you can peer inside, that the butcher has come around the corner down the stairs and is looking at the scene of you. What? We're closed.
Oh, apologies. He just tried to knock again. He's very strong.
Who's going to pay for that?
Oh. No clue.
Ferrari, you have your hand up.
Yes, I'm seeing this from the window, so I immediately point in the direction one after the other towards Zari's room and Doric's room and cast message myself and be like, wake up time, Grim outside, butcher's shop, Mohawk dude punched the door open. help, and then I just hop out the window and just start to glide down.
Help.
Sorry,
Please
sorry,
send help.
You're the only one who feels somewhat kind of rested out of this equation. And then you can make your way down. Everybody else does not. So just keep that in mind as you make your way towards any direction. Doric, you do recognize, because this guy is out. You do remember him from when you were challenging the guards as that rather tall Mohawk gentleman that was down there.
Oh,
I do have mending, so I tell the Mohawk friend, since I don't know his name fully yet, I'm just going to call him Grogu Killer. GK. Hey, GK. I'm going to tell him to hold the door, like, upright, and I'm just going to start casting mending all over it, fixing the whole thing. We're going to put it back on the hinge and get it all squared off. She goes, "Oh, sorry, friend. Oh, sorry. He's very strong."
As you all make your way down, you see that this tall gentleman is holding up this door in a way that's just kind of like holding it awkwardly in the air for Grim to do things. You need a better door. This shall not protect you, especially not for Grogu.
Not
Question
blaming the door.
for you, DM.
Yes.
I don't have this on, but I was wondering because it makes sense in a way. I want to run by it. Luxodons have advantage on scent for their perceptions.
Mhm.
I would like to specifically smell if I can, or if I can smell human blood in here. If I saw a body, was that body bleeding? Because I think I would differentiate between animal blood and human blood.
Loxodons?
Yeah,
Are you
that
mixing up
Loxodons can
characters?
use their nose.
You're mixing up your characters.
No, they have a nose. I use them, and
which one are you thinking, Ferrari?
He's
I
playing Grim.
I use it. I
Grim.
use
yes.
that in Ariana's game on Fridays.
No, he's making a metaphor to his vampire. Like he's making a bit of a
Okay, all right. I'm like,
I'm saying Luxodons like
damn
that have an advantage on
okay.
it. I'm wondering, is that possible to make a perception check with my scent instead to smell the difference between human blood and animal blood in this building? I'm not trying to pinpoint where it is. I'm just like, because I'm pretty sure I would be able to smell something of that nature, but I don't have that ability, which is why I asked you.
I got so confused.
I'm not looking for advantage. I'm just using that as a critique to use my perception for it.
So here's the thing. I am willing to make a guess into this, but it's not probably in the way you're thinking. To me, I am not going to lie this in perception. I am going to lie this in nature. So,
Fair.
I would say that you do in the nature of blood. When I say nature and blood specifically, I would give you and anyone with a blood hunter and or blood job a level of advantage on that. So that one's fair, but you're going to use this out of nature and not out of perception.
Oh, I don't have anything there, so I doubt nothing. Okay. Nope. Nope, never mind.
Did you try?
Yeah, no, I tried.
What did you get?
Very low rolls, nothing to perceive. It's a butcher shop. I smell blood is how I perceive that.
Okay,
so,
if you got that
never
smell,
mind.
that's fine. Okay. You smell blood, and you basically, when you all make your way down, you see this hulk of a person holding up this door, and you see Grim just kind of trying to make it better.
What on earth happened here?
I'm there now too, yes?
Yes. I was training with the door.
I think you won.
What's your regimen?
Yes.
Hit things hard.
I like this guy.
I remember you.
Dorak and his scattered memory. I know the character, but it's gonna be like, I don't remember you.
That is fair. I helped you catch a pig once.
Ah, I would remember more if we fought each other.
Oh, you are not an agent of the Groku, so it is not your time.
I'm just gonna let them have this conversation, and I'm gonna walk over to the guy who now is probably impatiently waiting for us at the front of his shop, and I just go, "My apologies, sir. I was bringing my friend here to see if you needed and if it would be all right. As you can see, he's very strong, and if you needed tenderizing of your hanging meats or pulverizing of bones to help ease your cutting." My friend here would probably be best. He's also training to fight in coliseums, I think. I look back. Makes sense. That was the intention. But he's so strong, he blew your door in.
I'm
That's
kind
the
of
one.
worried he would explode the bones inside my meats and just kind of not tenderize as much as murderize my murdered meat. You know?
Then I think
Um,
maybe you should. I think as long as it's not what I think he's calling a gurgu, you're all set.
well, my door wasn't set. It's
Well, I
whatever.
fixed it.
It's
I
the
mean, I
middle of the
fixed it. I
night.
fixed it.
It's
I
the middle
fixed
of the
it.
night. Can we have this conversation tomorrow?
Oh, I thought you said it was the morning.
Oh no, because you're feeding. We're still in the very like we're before sunrise.
Yeah,
We're
when you
not by
said
terrible
early
hour.
stages, I was thinking it's like 4 or 5 in the morning. I saw this guy trolling in.
It's so about 4:30, 5 o'clock. You're in the right ballpark here. Still dark though. It's dark, drizzling, angry weather.
Can I
Cool.
I'll look at him. He goes, "My apologies, friend, but you seem like you're still awake. Still in your regular day clothes this late. I do believe I may have uh got a whiff of a lot of people out tonight, and I just wanted to be out and about. I saw him, and I saw you, and I came by and wanted to say, did you need some help with your meats?"
Nah, I'm all right. Sometimes you gotta take the shipments when they come. But I
Insight
prefer
check. Me saying, "I saw you tonight. Did he seem any type of way?"
go for the insight.
Bitch, I saw you. Fuck. 9. No.
Does
You do see that he is basically is still in those clothes and seems like he was out there. You didn't dream it up. So
Him wanted a gotcha moment. He fucked it up.
does he actually have any crates that would correspond to a shipment?
so you do not when you're open you see into the space of his shop. You see the stuff that he would normally have out on ice is covered for the day. And it looks like he had walked in from the back area where there's a swinging set of doors going into the back.
Okay, so maybe
Nothing crate wise in your view.
Zari wouldn't really have a reason to suspect anything in particular at this time. So
Can I just get the door back on and then if you want to come and help in the shop, we can have that conversation when it's more decent now.
Yes, we'll be back in the morning.
All right, so you put the door back on the hinges, and you all note as Grim mends it back up. Torek, the tall Mohawk gentleman, stands close to you, says, "You look strapping. We should join battle together, as long as you can help in the good fight."
That sounds fantastic.
Very good. I must find my quarry. I am off! and you see him stride back. And Grim, you notice this is back in towards the alley whence you came.
Right. Figured. I will start to like walk towards the group outside. I'll look at you all and go. You just see like the biggest like the normal Grim like. My apologies for waking you all up this evening.
That's
I am most sure that man, the butcher, has done a murder, or at least has a dead body that he brought to his shop.
what?
I know that for certain now.
What makes you say that? That's
Oh,
a
I saw.
huge.
I saw him. We would need more evidence, more to go off of. But and he looks. I wonder if you're selling human meat.
This is a discussion for morning, Verari. We
And
had
then it
enough.
clicks, and then it clicks, and then it clicks. And he goes, don't we have a mission involving exotic meats?
Yeah, on the board. I'm still kind of stuck on how you or how we got here.
Oh, sorry. I was out. And this is how I'm breaking it down in my head. I'm deciding. You hear him start to say, "Oh, I was just going out for a midnight stroll," and because technically he hasn't come out to you guys that he's a Dampier at all. I mean, he's just real creepy to you guys. He's just like I was going out for a stroll, and I saw him. You cannot. I've seen many a dead body in my days.
So you saw him with a dead body.
I tried to smell it in the shop, but unfortunately that place is coated in just so much blood.
So was he dragging the body into his shop? Was
I
the
believe it was a
body?
cart, correct?
A sack.
A sack.
How did you know there was a body in the sack? A human body or sentient being body? Why wouldn't it be a large boar?
And you tried to smell it?
Yes.
So what makes you think it was a person?
Sorry. I just know. If you want the real answer to that, I may be the next person you fight. I'm not going to be real deceptive here. I've seen many bodies in bags.
I'm sure some of us have.
Not usually in bags.
Like so of Grimm's description, the parts that stick out is the fact that Grim would know what a human or person body
There's
would
zero
be.
basis. There's zero basis of what you can take him like a needle in a haystack here. It's really like it's outlandish. I'm just shooting the moon. I have a real low intelligence, and his response to it was, "Yeah, I would know.
No,
I deal
that's
with death and shit. I just
yeah.
know."
No, it's more the fact that it's more the fact that Grim that you asserted that you've seen many bodies, like that you would know death. Okay, so that's more for him profiling, and that you stopped yourself for some reason while you were explaining that you were going out for like a midnight snack. You stopped yourself like because that's weird in of itself that you stopped yourself to like that going out for a midnight snack is
I
not that
was a
unusual.
grave digger for some time.
You know,
For the church, for the graveyard.
so. But in character, okay, we can maybe look at this tomorrow.
I think we should just keep an eye on him for now. And maybe not buy any meats from him.
Someone selling meat?
I knew that would perk you up, Doric. Do you want some breakfast?
Actually, yes. Where's Big Man?
I think he's probably in the kitchen.
Isn't it like midnight?
No, you're
It's
about
later than that.
4:35 in the morning. And
This
you
guy's
guys
probably
have not,
sitting there at 4:30 in the morning, serenading his knives and sharpening them. I'm about to cut up some meat. Oh yeah.
and none of you have really slept. So you can make your way back to the rock bottom right now for breakfast or make other choices. I allow you to figure out which way you'd like to go.
I just start to turn and walk away. My little wingtips are now dragging. And I look back over and I'm like, wild goose chase to the butcher later, sleep now.
Okay. You all make
I
your way
hope this
back.
turns out to be one of those things that's just like me accusing the butcher so many times, nothing happens, and then right before the campaign ends, it's like, see, I fucking told you.
You have made your way back into the Rock Bottom Inn. When you make your way inside, you see that the only two things that seem like they're interesting is you do see the orc bartender basically sitting there with what you kind of seem shocked by, which is the smallest book in his very large hands. And you see also the person who had been a bit of in charge, quote unquote, last night is now hanging upside down off the end of the couch he was laying on.
Interesting.
And otherwise, nobody else is there. You can go to your rooms. You can go talk to the orc or whichever way you want to go here.
Mm.
Zara's probably gonna go back to sleep.
1 for sleep. Ferrari.
2 for sleep.
2 for sleep. Doric.
If I could get like a pastry or something, I'll go back to bed.
You come make your way to the bar. He's pawing through this small book. He looks up at you and puts a finger up a minute, and he hands you what appears to be a long woven piece of bread.
I love you, Big Man. He takes it and goes straight to bed.
All right, and that leaves you, Grim. Grim, do you make your way back to your room? Perfect. Everybody goes back to sleep, and because of our eventful morning and time, in order to get yourselves a full rest, you guys have basically just passed right out and are gonna stay asleep, we're gonna say, till about mid-afternoon. What we will do is we will take a short break for you guys to go take a bit of a break, anybody who's watching, and we will come back to them waking up this afternoon. So, join us back here in just a bit for more Evils of Enferacuse, and we will see you again soon. return to
Yeah.
Enferacuse. Welcome back and welcome in. If you're joining us, I don't care what the chat says, they beat down the butcher shop's door somehow, and for some reason in the middle of the night, and that's where we've left off. They've all went back to bed, and it was a very, very late night for them, so they basically slept until about, we're gonna say about 2:30 in the day. Though it is still raining in Enferacuse, it is a little light. You can see a little bit of sunlight in the rain, so it's a very eerie, sunny rain going on right now. It has brightened up a bit. When you wake up, the bright and refreshed feeling Zari is able to stretch out and wake up easily. Come down, and you'll note, coming down the stairs, there is just the normal daytime. There is a little bit of a crowd of people who looks like they're finishing up some late lunch all throughout the Rock Bottom Inn.
There it goes.
And you can see that at that point, Tobias is sitting at the bar doing some cleaning. You are the first to make your way down.
Okay. What's for breakfast?
Oh, we definitely are done with breakfast. We you know what time it is?
No.
Oh, well, you guys just kind
There
of
you go.
slept the day away. So, odd, but again, everybody gets their own, if that's what you guys need for, keep juice flowing and things. But we still have some of the, hey, what did we have for lunch? And you see a spatula push from outside the door a bowl across a bit of the bar. Oh yeah, we had some of the stew. So we got some stew there.
I'll eat anything.
You'll find your way down to some stew. Dorek, you smell, now that you're a little bit more awake, a little bit more rested, you smell some good food down the stairs.
Kind of hop out of my bed with a pep in my step and stretch. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. And I make my way downstairs. You know how like kids do that little foot shuffle thing where they don't really pick up the foot like down the staircase.
Yep. Sorry, you hear this loud shuffling coming down the staircase rather quickly. And you see Dorek appear.
Mm-hmm.
Time to eat. Morning, everybody.
Morning.
Or afternoon. Yeah. Hi.
Did I eat breakfast yet?
You haven't been down here, so I don't
Good
necessarily
morning.
know. Don't know that that's how that works. At that point, you do see a spatula pushing another bowl out the window, out towards down the bar.
Thank you, big man.
Looks like he's got yours already set. So yeah, go ahead. Yeah, there's yours. Cool. Silver's a piece today. Good times. Should be a good hearty soup for everybody.
Slap it on the table.
Oh, man. Late night for you all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could say that.
I did. Okay. It's fine. I felt like I was out a little later than I should have been too. So, things just kind of how it goes. Hopefully get some good energy and maybe get at some of these other things going on around.
So,
Yeah.
what can you tell us about the butcher?
Oh, Manny? Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, he has decent prices. I don't necessarily always shop there. You would think that because we are really in the same place, we get scratch each other's backs a bit, but he's not always about that, But again, never done anything really untoward, so when he's got something good, I'll pop over.
And sorry, just to confirm, this isn't the guy I bought with cell meat from, is it? Yes. No.
That silence means you have gotten meat from over there at one point.
Mm. Is my Whistle 100% authentic? Gotta find this out. I'd be mad if it wasn't.
Does he sometimes get shipments in the middle of the night?
I don't know. People are up at all hours here. It's I stuff comes in randomly, so I'd say it's possible.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
At this point, Ferrari, you don't really wake up like well rested, but you do feel like a bit of a sharp ding inside your head and like nudging you to get up and do something. Just get up. Come on, I need you to do things. Come on.
Sorry, Grim had some strange thing and woke us all up. All right, I'm up. I'm up. Shit. Oh, it's probably later than I wanted it to be.
We only do so much if you're asleep. So just get out there.
Yeah,
Do some things.
I know. I went over the details with him about the twins and what else we saw, right?
You described it to him.
Okay. And he said that that graveyard was not something that would normally be in the Feywild, if I recall.
He did say that was something strange about that.
Did he mention anything about that walled structure that we saw, or no?
He did not.
I'll let that string go for now, because that's on the board with everything else. And that's literally
for canon's sake, you have basically at this point, I'm choosing to say, based on what you said, Ferrari, you have somewhat vandalized the wall of the room that you're in because you've been sticking random things to start like trying to line bits of things up on the wall to what you're using as icons to remember stuff.
It's pin strings and parchment. It's easily rectified.
I'm just saying that as an awareness point now, that you have a random assortment of random things on your wall. Okay? Okay. You do note that there's some bit of a hustle going on downstairs, so you can make your way down unless you'd like to do anything else.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna pretend like I've been up the whole time, climb out the window, closing it gently behind me, just like hop flutter down to the door and come through the front like I've been up before everybody else.
Give me a perception check.
Cool. Okay, perception. Do. That's a +4 on the die. 18.
Before you hit the ground, you do note that Albert is sleeping down on the ground, so where you tend to land could have a point.
Okay. So I kind of like come around, like ease in towards him and give him a gentle head pat as I go by.
Since you're coming in like that, he just kind of like turns a little bit, but doesn't really move.
Okay. I scoot on by and go, good Albert, good Albert. You keep resting, buddy.
So you make your way. Those of you who are downstairs, you see that Ferrari makes the way through the front door.
Where are you coming from?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yes, it's why I.
And I thought you were the cryptic one. Okay. Sheesh.
I walk over, hop onto a stool, and I'm just like, all right, what's on the menu?
Limited because you've missed the lunch crowd even. You know, breakfast is long gone. So we get a bit of stew. Anything else back there? And you see a banana fly out. Do you want to try to catch it?
I'll try, but I'm not trying hard because this looks like this is going to be a precarious attempt.
Careful, it might be a knife.
Oh, it's a banana.
Banana knife.
Knife or banana.
So what am I rolling like an athletics or something to try and catch
go with
this?
athletics. Go with athletics. That's a good call.
It's a flat roll. Flat roll, my guy. I get a banana to the face. I rolled a 1.
Oh no.
So You have a banana that is coming towards you since you're coming through the door. The banana does not hit you in the face. The banana, though, sails over you, and you hear a as a banana hits Albert in the butt.
Oh.
Oh, buddies! No.
With that, as a fun, again, windows open, Grim, you hear a bit of a squeak from Albert outside your window.
Oh no. He'll go downstairs just to see what's going on and be with the group.
You make your way down and you join everyone. Albert is now at your feet as you have sat down. Albert is basically huddled a little bit like what's going on and staying by your feet. It's good to see you all. You'll get some, you gotta work on that catching thing, I guess, but here's some stew too. Take care of yourself with that. Silver a piece today, just, you know, for everybody across the board.
Okay.
Any plans where you guys are off to today? We got a full board, and you know, I think that's kind of a good sign that people are active. And for those of you
Nice.
here in the party, if you'd like to have a look at what the board currently looks like, I have popped the board into the Discord. For any of you who are in the chat right now and who would like to join the Discord, you can follow the link that I am about to put into the chat to join the Discord if you'd like to see some of these things or see, you know, be a part of the group. You can see things there. But yes, you can see our board sitting there if you'd like to pluck any of the different things from the board, or just kind of falling down the line of things you currently know.
Dorak grabs the missing poster.
So you are going to grab the poster, and of course mine is taking forever to load. That's in the lower right corner, right?
Yes.
Okay. You take this poster and what appears to be a picture of a small gnome drawn on with just missing. No other indication, no other notification or markers on it.
This one intrigues me. We got a missing poster here, guys.
Okay.
As much, you know, I love food, and much as I care about meat, I think we should find this person. That way they can go home to their family and eat more meat with them.
You got a
That's
one-track stomach.
fair.
Ah, I see what you did there.
Do we like? I hold up well, I kind of like motion to you to hold up the poster to the owner. Do we know who put this on the board?
No clue on that one. Can't say I've seen them in here at all. Like that gnomish guy, gal, not sure. No, I haven't seen. We don't get too many of them in here, so they're easy. They're a little more easy to remember when they pop in.
That's gonna be a tough one to figure out there, Dora, without a
Any information?
there's only the drawing and missing.
All right. Well, let's keep it in the back pocket until then.
Yeah, no, it's a fair point. Maybe.
You now have a poster of a gnome in your back pocket, because I'm going to be literal about that.
Yep, that's exactly what I do. I don't fold it
Just
or
so-
anything. I kind of just like kind of crumple it and it goes in my back pocket.
Very fair.
Oh, I'm looking at the board and I see the purplish piece of paper sticking out between Mr. Whiskers and the exotic meats. I see like the little like arcane like little teasers on it. So this really kind of gets Ferrari's you know, little magical mind going. So he walks over, hops up, and just kind of plucks it out to see what it says in full.
All right. Well, you see what I am going to download and pop into for all of you in the Discord real quick. so you have a chance to see it. You do see the big parts of this is help me seek the divine, will reward with scrolls.
Oh.
Scrolls really gets Ferrari's attention.
I am going to
Okay.
pop the notice into the chat so you can see it inside our Discord.
Don't know much about the divine, but
That-
scrolls?
That does reference going to the college where you had previously had a room, Ferrari. It does have a professor on there. Let's see. Let me find them real quick. You see signed Magister Wisegale, and that is who is referenced on it.
That's where I started out when I came to Enferacuse. Hey, Grim, you're our most divinely knowledgeable individual. You think this would be something that we could work on?
Yes.
I mean, I'm sure if the scrolls aren't your guys' flavor of the day, there might be one or two that, like, depending on how many scrolls we get out of the deal, there might be something that we could sell to, get you guys something better. Or just to fund our living expenses here in town.
Depends on the flavor.
Well,
Fair point.
You can't eat them. Don't weird. You choose
Okay.
words sometimes, and when I see him put those things to words, sometimes I worry about what you guys are doing. So don't eat the
Yeah.
paper. We could use it.
Yeah, the scrolls aren't like a
Oh, come
like a
on. I know a scroll isn't food. I make jokes sometimes.
I will say that's fair, but I've seen people think scrolls are scratch and sniff. That's one step away from thinking they're a goddamn version of a fruit roll up.
You can have an inspiration point for that.
Yes. Oh my god. I was just winging that too. No Alan pun intended. That was just
Scratch and sniff.
It is a very funny way to go.
thank you.
So, you have pulled this piece down for yourselves, so you do have that. If you wish to go forward in that, you can explore that option.
Anybody else got any thoughts on the board here, or do we want to go with this or the missing gnome individual that is going to be a fun one?
What is the missing gnome? Is literally just a picture of a gnome, right? Okay.
That's what it is.
Hey, it's like the Where's Waldo on the board.
Pretty much.
Alrighty. I would be fine with anything. I kind of feel like the exotic meats should probably be looked at after the accusation of Grim, but we can save that for now. I think it'd be nice to have a win, like a clear win.
That's fair.
I follow that. So, there's the one I was looking for. I was looking for specifically for the gnome one so I could pull it up for you guys. So yeah, which win are you saying you're gonna go for? You're gonna go for the scroll one?
I think that's the consensus.
Yeah,
Okay.
scrolls sound good.
So, all right. So you do note that it takes you to the Order of the Forgotten Flame, the college that Ferrari, you know best. You've been up there. So we're gonna say that you, after gaining some nice nice food in your bellies, decide to make your way up there. You're gonna get up as you walk across Enferacuse, probably early evening, going around like 4:30, 5 o'clock. Plenty of time to have all your gear, to be well rested, going up there. When you arrive, you do know that typically it's easy for you to pass through the gates because they know you. Ferrari, you realize that you're also bringing a few extra folks than what you usually do. So you get to the gates and you can decide if you want to, how do you want to play this out?
Oh, I come walking up. I address whoever's keeping watch at the door, and I go, "Hey, friends and I were picking up some odd jobs, and we saw that they're looking for an individual seeking help with the divine. So I hold up the notice from the board. Yeah, I know I haven't been over here in a little bit. I've been out on the town, but these people are good, and one acutely attuned with the realm of the divine, so we might be able to help."
Well, I guess your paper isn't. Which magister signed this thing? Oh, it's Wise-Gale. Yep, good luck. You'll find him in the tower over there. Good luck. And he just kind of looks back down at what he was doing, letting you all pass.
Do I remember Wise-Gale from my short stint in the university?
Roll a history check.
What is my history like? Let's see. Huh. +2 isn't terrible. 15?
You do remember that while you were staying there, there was talk of one of the magisters with just these wild ideas about the divine world and being able to make contact with them, and silly stories about what had happened even within their own classes with some of the students.
Interesting. So he's seen as kind of a bit of a crackpot within the community or faculty.
It's a lot of weird things around the conversations.
All right, I kind of turn to the group. I'm just like, from the way I remember things, he's kind of got some wild ideas, but that doesn't mean that he's a bad guy. He's probably just an innovator among these scholars here, and they just don't like that about him. So take that as you will. But once we get in there, I'm going to refer to you, Grim, for as much help as possible, because the arcane is more my field of study, and the divine, I understand some of it, but you're our resident expert, my man.
Well, not all of magic is divine and interpreted sometimes as divine. Could just be magic.
Yeah, I guess we'll see what the professor has in store for us, and continue on towards the tower.
Should be fine.
You make your way towards the tower. You can see that this one, it seems like there's just some odd little stones as you're walking guide in the cobble versus a lot of the rest of this place. Like, you're kind of, even in the midst of this like very professional looking structure, you're making your way into seems like more the odd area towards the tower. When you get there, you do see outside, stationed, huddled around two doors on the left-hand side, appears to be two young men. That appears to be a young dragonborn and a young half-elf, huddled around the door on the left.
Do these look like the individuals that I scared when I was like on my first day here?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Are they in our way? We can just walk right by them.
You could. There's a door in front of you too. They're just huddled around a door on the left.
Okay. I just say, excuse us, fellows, as we kind of move on by.
Oh, no. Go ahead inside. Sorry, we're not in your way.
Ah, fine. Just being polite.
Can I get an insight just to see if they're up to some sort of shenanigans?
You can insight.
Just thinking, two students standing outside of a door seems a little weird. That's a 19.
You note that the Dragonborn appears to be holding a strange liquid substance in a bottle in his offhand while they're getting out of your way. It looks oddly suspicious.
Hmm. Mm-mm. Are they starting to walk away, or are they still standing by the door?
The Dragonborn is just kind of like backing slowly, whereas the other one is just graciously trying to get you to go into the door in front of you.
Yeah, no. We're already seeing this behavior. Just kind of makes the motions and casts Mage Hand to grip the green bottle that is in the opposed Dragonborn boy's young man's hand, and kind of gives it a tug and goes, "Oh, what's this we have here? Is this contraband?"
He's gonna roll perception on that. Let's see.
Going full adult teacher mode on them.
This is not the first time I've done this.
You're able to grab the bottle and lift it out of his hand without even having basically to roll because he did terrible. You're able to paw your mage hand. You see you're holding this icy kind of black liquid inside this bottle.
I just kind of like coax it over to me, take the cork off, and just kind of like and give it a swirl, give it a little try and like just figure out what it is by sniff and by sight by looking at it.
What way do you want to look at this?
I'm trying to arcane it out because I'm figuring this is probably some sort of potion.
All right, use that.
Sweet. 19 on the die plus 4 is a 23.
Nice.
Very nice.
He does not screw around with magic.
Nope.
You note that this liquid is something that you remember from an old text. Really something that will basically dissolve a door handle away or dissolve stuff away. It doesn't necessarily like break it. It just goes somewhere and it just reappears in about 24 hours.
Interesting. So like just lock removal paraphernalia on your person, right in front of friends of the faculty in this university. What do you think the professors would think of you having this on your person?
I clearly do not know where my compatriot has procured such a terrible thing.
Shut your mouth. I wasn't speaking to you. I was speaking to your friend.
He shuts his mouth and smiles, looking back at the Dragonborn. The Dragonborn just kind of looks at him like he's an idiot. Like, what the hell? This is something from class that we made, and we were just testing if it works.
And if I asked your professor, they would they would agree? Do we want to go to them right now and ask that?
I wasn't supposed to test it on this door per se, but the doors in general we were allowed to test it on.
I bet. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to go back to your professor, tell him that you were here with me, and that I took this because you were at this door, and that if he wants it back for your sake, he'll come find me.
All right, fine. He
Well,
just he nudges the half elf hard.
If I see either of you out here by this door again, I will go to the headmaster directly.
Oh snap!
Fine, fine. You enjoy the rest of your day, and we're sorry we troubled you. That's the half elf, and he turns to leave.
Nobody likes a kiss ass.
You see a bit of a laugh or chortle from the dragonborn on that.
I'm glad that he got a little enjoyment out of that from his friend basically being a suck up.
They make their way around the corner and down the pathway.
Hey. Is there a way I can discreetly go after them?
You can attempt to.
Sure.
All the intimidation checks with no intimidation checks. Good job.
So, like a stealth?
I would say if that's the way you're going about it, if you're going to go about it and sneakily go behind them, go ahead. Do it with stealth.
Well, I'm not trying to sneak up on them. I'm just trying to sneak away from my party.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What?
So you can. Yeah, go for that. That's a different. That's still stealth. I'll ask the rest of the group. Please put a perception check out there.
18.
I got a 21, but I'll say I see you, but I don't see, like, I see you, but I just sort of acknowledge and just, like, pretend like I'm not seeing you.
Doric, what did you get?
Not 20.
Oh,
God.
shit.
Grim, what did you get?
Oh.
You get a 19?
So
Yep.
I also
Everybody
Wow.
sees you just kind of back up slowly and kind of make your way away.
You're like
It's-
Trunk from Emperor's New Groove.
Right.
No one knows anything.
It's the cat that everybody sees moving slowly, and the cat thinks they're not moving, like they're
Right.
super stealth.
I have learned to move so slowly that I'm imperceptible.
Yeah, like Ferrari, I don't question. I'm just like, okay, have your fun.
So sorry, you do back away. Interestingly,
I see this and just noticeably go and wait for an opportune time when no one's looking before they take off and cast invisibility on them.
Okay, so that's
shit!
funny. So you
That's
back up,
even better.
and you get a random. Now you also are probably surprised by this, as you're kind of like thinking I'm backing away, and your paw is up. It goes blank, and you can't see it anymore. So now no one has your perception. So
Yeah.
what would you like to do? All of you basically just see Zari vanish.
Your party has your back.
Yeah. I kind of want to follow
The advantage of
those
everybody actually seeing you instead
students.
of sneaking away.
Yeah, I guess so.
But
Thanks.
it's more of getting caught in the act and the understanding of who you are. So it's just like, I don't have to worry. I don't care. Just go.
Yeah,
Do what
you'll be
will.
back.
We'll see you in like 20 minutes anyways.
You and
You get the choice to drop it, but if somebody hits me, I have to roll a concentration check. It's for an hour.
Okay.
You
Thanks.
invisibly stalk behind these two young people as they make their way down the pathway. They make their way what it seems to be a very nicely set up tower on the opposite side.
Okay.
They make their way inside. I don't know if you follow them or not.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm going this far.
You make your way inside. They are striding into the tower and go up 2 sets of stairs. When they how quickly or how closely are you following them?
5 feet distance. I'm
Damn.
fast enough that if I have a problem, I can probably get out quickly without brushing against anyone.
Okay, you do. Once they get up in that top landing, you see both the dragonborn and the half elf basically knock on a wall that has a picture of what appears to be a knight. When they knock on the wall, the knight raises a lance. They both raise their arms, and the wall slides open. You see living quarters behind it.
Was there anything special with their knocking or how they entered when they...
They knocked on a wall. Nothing tremendously. It was nothing different off the knock. They knocked
Okay.
next to the picture itself, but the picture itself did change when they knocked, and they mimicked the change.
Okay. Can I try to slip in before it closes?
You can.
Okay. Do you want me to roll for that, or...
Oh no, we're gonna go. You're invisible right now, so you have the ability to do that. It's not like shutting like it's going to slam on
Okay.
you. So if you sneak in, you go in right behind them.
Okay.
Well, that wasn't a total loss, but can't fix the grade if we can't get in the room.
Well,
Have you just never failed anything before? Is that what this is all about? Look, you were the one who made him angry, and you're also the one who made that giant slug angry. So I hope you learn from this. I'm on scholarship to be here. And you can just see at this point, they're going back and forth.
so which one is the one on scholarship?
That is the one who said that they were is the Dragonborn.
Okay, and then the other one, so the Dragonborn is on a stop. The Dragonborn. The Dragonborn is on the scholarship. And then the other one is an elf. No,
Half elf.
half elf. Okay, and then the half elf. So, and that's the one on the scholarship, and then the one who wants to fix the grade is the Dragonborn.
No, the one who wants to fix the grade is the half elf.
Okay, so that's the
Half elf
fix.
starts in that way, and the Dragonborn continues. Look, you don't have things to worry about. Your dad can just get you out of any of these silly things. I don't have somebody who can just pay them to let me through all this. You will be fine. There's no reason for you to worry, because once we get in there, it'll take care of everything.
Okay.
Not today. We're done today. And at that point, you see the Dragonborn make their way over to the side of the room. It looks like that must be their bed. Just a couple, like, they sit down on the end of it. Seem like they're really comfortable with it. The half elf is by where they were and sits down on a bed that's lavishly extravagant.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Does it look like they have the supplies in here, or to make that potion in here?
It looks like you're just in a a shared living space. Ever think of a boarding school or a hostel?
Okay. Is there anything else of note in this room?
Take a look around the room. There are 8 beds around the room. You do note that in the center there is a fireplace that appears to be just wafting out to the center of the tower. and a few cookery kind of items there. It looks like a shared kids room. You also see like random wrappers on a couple of weapons that are out and about, some glowing objects randomly in a couple spaces. There's one set of weird plants in a lot of the windows that go around the room, just hanging out that way.
Okay, so mostly knickknacks, college stuff.
For,
Okay.
For your perception, without doing more investigation, that's what you get.
I specifically want to look for the recipe that they used to make that potion for the door. N/or specifically things that they would use for that.
Okay. You can investigate that. I would recommend we're going to do two things. We're going to roll stealth and investigation.
Okay. That's for stealth, which is a 24. And investigation is a 14.
Okay. You move your way around the room without like knocking anything over or causing anything to tip, making noise. So you're able to traverse around the room as you need to. When you get to the bed of the half elf, there's just it's very nice. There's a lot of nice things, but really nothing that screams, a blueprint or something to a written anything being written down like that. When you make your way over to the Dragonborn side, you do see a stack of textbooks and some writing notebooks on top of the desk that's on the end of the bed. You will note that there is a couple of different potion lists on that top of that.
Okay. I don't necessarily. I'm not 100% confident I would be able to steal it per se, but how many recipes are there for potions by the Dragonborn's textbooks and things?
You can see that there's 4 different like descriptive kinds of text about potions on the top of his desk. 4 unrolled different scrolls on them.
Okay. Is memorizing them possible?
You can try to, with, let's say, a bit of history here. Let's see if you can make some mnemonic things in your head that'll make that work.
Not so confident about this one. Oh, it's a 14.
You generally have an idea of what the ingredients list is.
For all 4.
For the 4, and you do see some things are crossing over, and I can write that out for you later to what that happens to be.
Okay. Is it clear what each potion does?
At the top, you can read that you do have a couple different things. You have a potion of disappearing and a potion of revealing. Those are 2 different ones right there. You have a potion of heat metal, which is interesting. And then you have a potion of the potion of solitude.
Solitude.
Potion of solitude.
Interesting. So there's one respectively for disappearing, reappearing, one for heat metal, and one for solitude.
Mm-hmm.
And do those match what was happening with the lock in the door, or was what they were attempting to do?
It appears that the description of, if you're sitting there reading it, the description of the potion of disappearing sounds similar to the description of what it should look like, but with slight differences.
Okay. Okay. So it's like probably like a modification then. What are the 2 students doing, the Dragonborn and the half elf?
The half-elf seems to be playing with an object that looks like it's just a interesting little game where they're trying to get a ring onto something while they're holding it. The dragonborn seems like he is staring off at the ceiling.
Okay, like lost in thought.
Yes.
So they're distracted.
I am willing to give you some distraction, yes.
All right. Do they all seem equally hard to memorize? Or
they all have a similar level of complication.
okay. I'm gonna risk stealing the disappearing / reappearing. Is that 2 separate pieces of paper?
Those are 2 different ones.
Just 2 separate pieces. So okay, this is 2 separate. Okay. So I'm gonna risk taking the disappearing one. See if I can steal that stealthily. I want to try to memorize the reappearing and the solitude with priority over the reappearing. So if I don't remember the solitude, okay, fine. But
so what is the priority you're trying to take this in?
disappearing, I actually want to try to take the paper.
Okay.
Reappearing, I want to memorize. And if possible, which it might not be, I want to also try to memorize the solitude one. But I'm really focusing on the disappearing and reappearing combo.
All right. Because of your roll already, you're able to get the ingredients down for those 4. Beyond that, it starts to blur a little bit. So that's where it's a little tricky. You can sleight of hand the dissolving, the potion of dissolving.
So, it's dissolving. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. Okay. So let's see how that goes. Sleight of hand. Ooh, that's a low roll. That's an 8.
Sorry, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Uh-oh.
That's an 11.
Okay. As you reach to take this scroll, you momentarily kind of lose track of yourself and bump an inkwell also on this desk. You are able, though, after you bump it off the edge, to quickly manage to catch it before it moves over to spill ink anywhere, and are able to kind of slightly put it back and into place.
Okay. Definitely will be cautious. Or more cautious.
Okay. So you are able to grab the potion of the scroll for the potion of dissolving.
Okay. Okay
Okay.
then. Great. Next question is, how do I get out? Are there any windows by chance?
There are a few windows that have a bit of plant life in them.
Are any of them open?
There are 2 that are out of the 6.
How big are the windows?
They are cathedral-style windows, but as you may note, in terms of open means that the skylight portion is pulled downwards so that the upper part is open at like an angle like this.
Oh. Okay. Those are not climbable, or that would, I'd knock everything over. Even with a really good fucking save. Okay, you know what?
This is terribly convenient, Zari, so I think actually we're going to pause with you here.
Yeah.
And we're going to join back with your compadres, Ferrari, Doric, and Grim, who watched you disappear, basically, and make your way off somewhere. You all were in front of the tower and could now continue your way forward inside. As you enter into the tower, you see that you're entering into what appears to be a classroom space with kind of disjointed seating around the room, all facing what appears to be a large circle on the ground, and then followed by like an elevated stage with a desk and a lectern and things too. Sitting up on the elevated space, you'll see two small figures sitting across from one another. They seem to be in conversation and some laughter. You will see a small magister, Ferrari, that you know the dress, of a very short wizened with a long white beard and a very tight cap, sitting off the edge of a bench. And just seems like they're having a joking conversation. Sitting across from them is someone else who you happen to know, just Granny Moonbeam, just kind of patting her knees and chit-chatting away.
Oh shit! What a small world we live here in Enferacuse.
Oh, you're so kind. You devil you.
We all see this.
You do see Granny say that to him.
Starts walking and shouting, Gran!
Oh, you have guests. You have more guests. Oh, I do? Grand. Yes, guests. Hi. Yes.
Sorry
Nice
to
to-
disturb you. We come because of a notice that you put out in the Rock Bottom Inn about seeking help with the divine.
Oh, yes. Oh, good. Oh, this is opportune today. Oh, see, it was just all you needed was a bit of support. Then these are some fine supporters. Good to see you all.
Great seeing you too, Gran.
Yeah, I'm quite pleasantly surprised seeing you. I had no idea that you frequented the school here.
Oh no, Meryl and I are old acquaintances. Isn't that right, Meryl? Oh yeah. Oh yes, it is. It's good. It's always good when you come to visit. I just more often this would be just wonderful when you make your way here. You should stay. You should stay as we figure this out. There.
I just want to insight if this is more than just like two friends catching up. Like I genuinely, this is more for me, the player, than it is for Ferrari. But I want to see if this is like, like old flames, like just catching up,
See,
or.
that crossed my mind too.
Hmm. I mean, Moonbeam be getting her freak on. It's all up to her. That's only gonna be a 14 insight.
14 insight. Okay, so even at 14, you can tell that there is something that the Magister Flysgale feels something is trying to make something happen, and Granny is just the sweet Granny Grand that you know.
Oh, buddy, no.
Now, you see, Meryl, you just have to do what you did there. Is reach out for help. These kind young folks will help you with your problem. I'm sure of it. They helped me in the forest and everything too. Those, oh, by the way, those young herring are just so much more nicer now at helping move some things for me.
I'm glad to hear it. They seem like quite the upstanding people, just a little misguided is all.
I think they were worried about their own, and that's okay. It's good to be protective. But I don't want to take your time. I know you're going to be busy now, Meryl. Oh no, that's no trouble. You can continue to stay and we'll just work it out. No, I don't want to get in the way of these folks. So you take care. I will come back to visit. Also come to the shop when you need to, okay? Oh, yes, I will definitely be turning up later in the week. I appreciate it very much. You too, dearies. Stop by. And Granny Moonbeam makes her way out towards the exit from whence you all came as well. Once the door shuts, you can see that the Magister is just kind of. Okay. All right. Here to help, right? You're all you said you'd seen my call for aid. Very
Indeed.
good. Very, very good. I am trying to reestablish the point in the universe that is laid bare here in this room.
Hmm.
Sorry, say again?
Well, you saw the thing. We're trying to reach the divine, trying to reach back out to the gods who have not forsaken us, just been very busy, I believe.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay.
So,
Doesn't seem very magic-y. Sounds religion-y.
well,
that's
that's where magic stems from, young man. There's a lot of magic in this world comes from the power of those greater than ourselves. And in many cases greater because the the omnipotent power.
Hmm.
But
I, I,
all I'm trying to do is reestablish our connections to them. No, not many people anymore study the old ways, the old gods and things. Everybody, oh no, you're too traditional. No, you can't take Eye of Newt that way anymore. No, no, we are going to make it so we can reconnect appropriately with them.
I kind of just glance over to Grim and I'm like, I believe this is going to be where you might want to take cue, I suppose.
Con- if contacting the gods was easy, I would be doing it much more frequently, as I would assume our friend here would as well.
You are
I
right.
would, if I was level 5, I'd have appropriate spells, but unfortunately I do not know them yet.
Working on them.
I'm a level 2. I'm a level 4. I think at level 5 I get level 3 spells, and that's when I get communion or something like that, where I'd be able to talk or send out a message. My god can talk to me. I'm a low level cleric. My god hasn't probably even noticed me yet.
I understand. There are some things
What is going on?
in this world that I think is separating our ability to communicate with them effectively. But I was in luck. My class was able to take the transmutation circle and open up not only a connection.
Sorry, there's a fire truck next door, like
Oh,
at my neighbor's house.
okay.
I have my earbuds. I'm gonna be a sneaky little Sally.
Okay, careful though. No, we must. There's gonna be ways to commune with them. My class took the transmutation circle that was just meant to be moving and transmuting certain flora and across the plains to bring in one of them to speak to us. They spoke to us, and it was divine and wonderful, and a bit dangerous too. Um, that too. And I need if we're going to do this again, I just want to make sure I have the proper support because a couple of second year students is probably not the right ones to have in the room with us when it's happened.
Hmm. Yeah, you might. Yeah, outsourcing was probably the go-to move. Um, I would reckon that we want to have some preparations, like protective things, just in case anything goes awry. I don't have anything in my magical retinue to cast anything more than to put mage armor on myself, unfortunately, in case things were to go. But if we have to come into defense against something that tries to come through that is not divine, we do have the means to defend and to keep you safe from whatever comes.
Oh, that sounds like it'll do some real good. You are a little light, I think, on folks though.
Yeah, one of our party had to had to use the little tabaxi's room and is probably just getting their way back right now. So maybe a few minutes.
Let's make a plan then. Maybe you said you want to do preparation and things. This is not Rome was not built in a day. We must take some time to be able to set this up ourselves. How about you feel like you've prepared tomorrow at the stroke of noon we attempt to open it. It is a divine time on our end as well. And we will hold on. I'll show you what we're using. He goes under the desk that's up at the top and pulls out what appears to be a glass globe. Inside that glass globe, you all see standing upright what appears to be a crystal rose.
Nice.
Oh, yes. This was something that came across the plains to here, which I believe brought its master, its patron, with it. So, if we are to commune again, I believe its use will be entirely important.
So you
And
used your magic to bring over pretty flowers.
Oh, there's a lot of applications of magic, my good man. That is what this place is all about. Now, there's a couple things that I need basically to how we did this last time. Another crystal like this would be helpful. It might make the process smoother. Or we had these what was the word? These crimson frogs that snuck into the green batch I ordered. It seemed very much like the crimson frogs did something to our transmutation that helped a little more. I don't think I have any of them left, but some of the students might. The only other thing I think we need is just hammers or swords or something.
Well, I'm sure we could handle getting hammers and swords, or using the ones that we have on our persons.
I said the hammer because last time we accidentally brought this giant armored snail here that thankfully was not aggressive until a couple of my students were a little untoward it, and then it caused a bit of a fracas, but we were able to calm him down, and the Lord took him back into his own plane, which was good.
Interesting. So whereabouts will we be able to find these? You said the crimson frogs. Some of the students about the campus might have them.
I know a couple of the students who are with me were going to do some experiments of their own and for a little bit of credit. So I'm sure that there's, and again, they snuck into our batch. They might be somewhere around as well. And then that's the darndest thing about the crystal. I had two, and I know one of the students had one as well, but the one I had in my office just disappeared. So I'm not letting this one out of my sight.
One is missing.
Yes. Well, there was three that transmuted across the plains. I was lucky enough to be able to get two of them, and my students agreed to give me one of theirs. But it's the darndest thing. The Lord may have taken it back, though. It's, that's very well within the possibilities, but it seemed like we were already a trifle to them to begin with.
What divinity are you trying to reach out to, if I may ask?
Any divinity is welcome here. We are non-discriminatory or denominational here. It's just we try very hard not to maybe bring any of the more hostile entities, your demons, your archfey, or anything of that nature. Really, we just try to avoid them sometimes along the way. But in particular, I believe, and this is just through some research, that we were able to bring the voice of Lord Sylvanus here.
Oh.
Ferrari as soon as that name comes up, you feel an involuntary shudder go through your body.
Oh, I was already kind of puffed up when he said Archfey, and then that I'm just like, oh, okay, what?
He graced us with his voice. Little upset that we were messing with his garden, but that was never the goal, and I believe we were able to communicate that. Um, but just being able to make the connection again and learn so much from them and with them and communing with them is all the best we can do. And I did say I would pay too. I can beyond just doing some education things here. It is a lucrative business being a magister. There's a few different spell scrolls I'm sure I can give you for in case you need them along the way.
Yeah,
That sounds like a good deal.
very curious what kind of scrolls you would have at your disposal. But yes,
Would
you
it
said,
be acceptable to also say that we could open up connections with each other, direct connections for these magical things? It always seems that these stores are barren these days.
Oh, we here at the Forgotten Flame are always kind to those who patron with us. So yes, I believe I think I've seen you around Feathered Friends sometimes. You've donned the halls before.
yes, it's been a couple weeks, I think, since I've been in these sacred halls, but I've been working with these fine fellows as a impromptu adventuring party and taking on the odd jobs as we are today.
Well, very good. I feel like that's definitely a worthwhile endeavor then. So yes, in terms of opening up communication relations, of course, that's definitely what we can do here. I will tell you, and he does lean in some like really kind of silly and awkward way. I am one of the more mainstream or sane kinds of magisters you'll see here.
I
Looking at you
think the
tremendously
kids call it
confidently.
woke.
Uh, what'd you say?
I said the kids call it woke.
Hey.
I have not heard that term, but I'm sure that they might line it up with my methods and things. But I guess I will leave it to you for tomorrow at noon. We shall prepare a wonderful welcome from Lord Sylvanus if we can connect. Now, you three kind of getting a sense of what we're looking for tomorrow. We're gonna go back to Zari. Zari, you have inspected, some of the spaces. You've taken that scroll, looking around the room. Not really a lot of indicator, especially even towards that wall that you entered that's now closed, on what to do. As you are still in the room, you see that the Dragonborn has shifted a little bit, grabbed a book out from the stack to go get into reading, so it's reading a textbook. But looking over at the half-elf, you see that he momentarily puts away the game and kind of rummages through a big trunk.
Okay. Um, two things. One, what can I hear? Like through the wall that is the actual door when you knock on it. Can I hear anyone outside?
No.
Okay. What is he rummaging? Like, what's inside the chest as he's rummaging?
Do you want to investigate or any other kind of way to do this?
Uh, Probably just a perception. I don't want to get too close to him because I don't know where he's gonna go necessarily. I don't want to run the risk of him bumping into me.
Go ahead and roll it.
Oh, that's horrible. That's a 6.
Okay. You note that he seems to be looking for something or other. The chest is filled with a lot of random things, but the thing with that the one thing that sticks out is there's this very ornate and very beautiful crystal-colored rose sitting in this that just sticks out like a sore thumb.
Oh boy.
With that, we are going to close our session for the evening, as we have found a path to some scrolls and potential riches as Enferacuse that the party may be going after. So with that, we'll have the group do some introductions and promotions for themselves, and we'll start down with Ferrari.
Oh, hi. Yes, I'm Cregan. I play Virari, our Owlin warlock who pretends he's a wizard, and for reasons of the way the world works, he's keeping that way because, you know, warlock and archfey patrons are not a commonality. But yeah, you can find me here most Fridays, either playing on this campaign or our other campaign, Ericton Rising Nemesis Queen, or posting up on the meme channel on our Discord, which you can join if you go down to the, you know, the stuff down below us right here. And I'm going to try and do this right and point to our next player, Zari.
Hi there. I play Zari, the Tabaxi rogue who's currently stuck in a dorm room, in the process of stealing recipes that could potentially be useful. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see if I can get out. You can find me. Rather, my gamer tag is Wolfie, and you can find me on Sweet Teas Gaming on Sundays, usually. Where we've been kind of taking a little bit of a break from Baldur's Gate recently and just been monster hunting and killing things with great vengeance. Right. Over to Doric.
Hi, Dorak, the human barbarian extraordinaire, currently taking a back seat in this magical part of the journey where they said magic stems from all religion, to which I guess Dorak perfectly agrees because he doesn't really know the difference between religion magic and magic magic. All he knows is words are said, hands are waves, and things start flying. Um, Again, no real handle to go by, but I do play with Sweet Tea and family on Sundays where we can either Monster Hunt or we do Baldur's Gate continuations. With that, I will toss you off to Grim.
Hello, I play Grim. I am the Grey Jedi in the Discord. If you need a map made, come hit me up. I also run Planescape Edge of the Void on Tuesday. I'm also in Leagues Underneath on alternate Tuesdays, and I am also in Nemesis Queen on Friday. Come check out all the games, and we have a merch store. So come on by and get it all. I don't know what I'm saying.
All
Up
the
to the
things.
DM.
Hooray! Again, I am Concliad, your evil DM. You will find me here in the Discord with Evils of Enferacuse, and also a player in Leagues Underneath and Planetscape Edge of the Void. You'll find, if you want to support us, jump in with a sub here, or maybe jump into us in the other ways to support that you can jump into through the Discord. All the money that we make this year, the $13 we make went into everything that we do to put out to you guys. So I highly recommend, if you wish to help us, jump in. We enjoy your time and help, and we want to play games and things with you. You'll also find me on TikTok, and if you're going to Gen Con, you'll find us at Gen Con. I'll be there. The Lord Fairy will be there. We'll be having a good time. Happy to say hello to anybody who's out there. If you need anything by these amazing people, reach out or join us next time when we try to get through Evils of Enferacuse. Otherwise, take care of yourselves, keep being awesome, and we'll